Hello and welcome to DFFOO Boards, a show where we talk about training boards in the city of Final Fantasy Opera Omnia for those characters. And we're here to help you decide if it's worth spending those hard-earned training points on said characters, because we all know training boards are very, very limited. But if it's your first time here, or if you've been here for a while and just haven't done it yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That way you never miss out on a DFFOO Boards episode. Who knows, your favorite character may be coming up and you're going to board them anyway. Wouldn't it be nice to know what you're actually getting out of it? Or, you know, like in my case, like I've actually decided not to board some characters after I started doing this show because I didn't feel like they got a lot out of it. So again, this is just to supplement your should you pull videos or how to plays, all that good stuff that all those other amazing content creators are doing. And before we get started, shout out to Rem from the Decidia DB and Toku Bop because all the information here is provided through their efforts. All right, so we're going to kick things off with the Paine train. So with her Dread Sphere buff, she gets 10% more attack and 10% more max brave. And with Wing Arts, the party gets 5% more attack and 5% more max brave. Her skill 1 gets 30% more brave damage, 30% more overflow. And if she has, or if the enemy has her unique debuff afflicted on them, she gains an additional 10% brave damage for a total of 40%. Her skill 2 is the exact same damage buffs as her skill 1, but her skill 2 is an AoE brave single target HP attack. So keep that in mind when you go to Porter. Then her EX skill, which hits twice, by the way, gets 10% more brave damage, 20% more overflow, and 10% more brave damage if status break is afflicted to the enemy. And her brave and HP plus triple cut plus will all gain 20% more brave damage. You know, I know she's getting a realization with Ultimecia's Lost Chapter. And a lot of people are complaining about she's not getting enough overflow, especially on her EX skills. So, I mean, there it is. You board her. She gains 10% more overflow. And I lucked into Paine's EX when it first came out, and you know, I used her. She hits pretty hard. She does a lot of hits. You know, she's a great melee attacker, in my opinion. But I kind of agree. Like her EX realization doesn't look like gives her a whole lot in her boards. Doesn't really add to it. So, with Ultimecia, her Maleficium buff gives her 10% more attack and 10% more max brave. And while she has Griever active, which is activated by her EX skill, it's 5% more attack and max brave. Now her skill 1 will see 30% more brave damage and 30% more overflow. Her skill 2, on the other hand, will gain 10% more brave damage, have 10% more overflow, which I don't think it had overflow beforehand. 10% more brave reduction, so that it increases. I think it was 710 with weapons, because it does have a gravity effect. So basically 30%. Lower the enemy's brave by 30%. So with boards, it'll be now 40%. And then brave 10% more brave damage if the target is broken, and then 10% more brave damage if it's a single target. So skill 2 gets a major power up. Then with their EX ability, it sees 10% more brave damage, 20% more overflow, 20% more brave gain, and 20% more overflow gain. So she does like battery herself before her EX triggers, so she'll gain 20% more of that and can overflow up to 20% on top of hitting for 20% more overflow. So that's woo. And then lastly, her brave attack and HP attacks will do 10% more damage, and her brave attack will do 10% more damage reduction because that also has a gravity effect on it. With some brave hits, yes, Ulti can actually break targets with her gravity effects. I know we've been treated to like XS and Emmedetillion here recently who have gravity effects, but they cannot break with those gravity effects. Ultimecia can. So, and her boards do increase the amount of gravity damage she is doing, which is nice. I mean, her gravity effects were nothing overpowering. I mean, it's not no X Death or Bart's even, you know, where you're cutting major or cutting the enemy's brave down a whole lot, but it does help in those brave hits. Ulti hits pretty hard herself, so yeah, she has a pretty good chance to break targets with those gravity effects. But there you have it. I hope you are a lot more informed, and let me know down there in the comments if you plan on boarding either Paine or Ultimecia, if you got their EX realization, or if you're going to realize their EXs, if you got Ultimecia on the first hand, what are you chasing? Are you going for her LD? And how many resources you're willing to put into this banner? And again, make sure you are subscribed to never miss out on a DFFOO boards video. And I also do pull videos, which I will be pulling for Ultimecia's LD. And I do realize I keep saying Ultimecia instead of Ultimecia. So sorry about that. Old habits die hard. But yeah, have an awesome day, and I'll see you later.